hello, everybody. I am back. I hope you didn't miss me. Sure you didn't. So this is episode 36 of New Brew, the show where we bring a beer that we've never had before. We will all share our beer, talk about it, whatever, and then go throughout the show, do a little general chit chat. And hopefully somebody will have a question for the panel to answer. Somebody out there, whether you're in the chat or on the panel or in my head. I do want to welcome in our panel tonight. We do have Thomas Metal 75.
Cheers.
Yes.
East Coast LQ Reviews.
Cheers.
Miscellaneous Brew Reviews.
Cheers, everybody.
We have half of FLX Beer Reviews here. We have Dan.
Hey, gang.
Beer Man.
Cheers.
And Alex the Beer Master.
Cheers, everybody.
All right, and welcome to whoever's watching. Somebody out there is watching. Cheers, and I'm sure we'll get some folks eventually popping in. But first up is Thomas Metal 75 to show us his new brew. And
okay, all right. Well, thanks for joining everybody and stopping by the Bumpy Road Brewery channel of YouTube. Today's beer has no disclosed date on it that I can find. Okay, interesting. 6.14% alcohol by volume beer. This is a chocolate milk stout with milk, sugar, coffee, and natural Irish cream flavoring from the Brewing Project. It is Irish Cream Cow. Irish Cream Cow. Here's the cow. Ooh, nice. Ooh.
Nice.
Let's
I
see
like the cacti.
Yeah, little one there too. Yeah, this is from the state of Wisconsin, and the beer was what? $4.04 for a can. I saved 45 cents each. All right,
It's not bad.
No, I think I just saw it on Craft Beer Shack for like $7.99 or something. I'm like, what the?
They got to make their money somehow.
Yes.
Ooh, a dark beer from them. I don't think I've seen anybody review a dark beer.
Stout glass. Yeah, I was interested to see that something else that wasn't necessarily sour or IPA. All right, so there it goes. There goes the head being built. Just about 2 fingers, and yeah, pretty dark. I do see a lot of dark brown in the light. A nice tan mocha looking head. I don't really see a bunch of carbonation quite yet, but there's a little bit of it streaming. There it is, yeah. Yeah, pretty tan mocha colored head. Ooh, that is fudgy, dark, or not dark chocolate, but it is got some fudgy notes to it. Definitely a milk style chocolate. I'm getting some dark raisins and some figs. I'm getting the lactic note from Irish cream in there. I'm definitely getting the roasty note from the coffee. It's just right in the background really nicely. You can tell that it's there. However, it's not really all that strong and predominant. It gives the malts. It gives this roasty, malty kind of a feel to it. Brown bread crust. Yeah, I guess. It's got like a lot. It's kind of a latte, coffee latte, cappuccino style nose. Smells pretty good. There is a vanilla sugary note to it, and there is like a chocolate syrupy note as well. So, Solange, let's try that beer, the Irish Cream Cow.
Cheers, Eric.
Nice.
Cheers, man.
Does it make you say moo? Of course, Alex was the only one that found that funny.
Not really. Not really. It's not super milky. It's not super milky and lactic.
You have to excuse Tanner. He has a head injury.
Yep.
So it is somewhat dry on the finish, actually. Interesting. You're getting a roasty, coffee forward note. as it finishes. You're getting a chocolate syrupy, milk chocolate syrupy kind of a Hershey's flavor to it initially. And then I am getting vanilla notes, and then the roastiness of the coffee. I mean, there's a little bit of a vanilla, there's some vanilla accents in there too. That would be the Irish cream flavoring. Sort of is doing this latte or cappuccino style coffee drink flavor in there. It's a medium. Ooh, I would say it's a light medium body, but definitely a medium body. It's pretty crisp for what it is. It's a little bit lifty, if that makes any sense. And I suppose for what it is, it's pretty refreshing. It's a touch tad watery for what you would think this beer would be, but I think it's got a medium body overall. What else can I say here before I close out, which is really a kind of a quick beer review. You're getting what you think you would, so it's not a mystery what this thing tastes like. It's not super rich or fudgy. It's just a little sticky in the mouthfeel with this, again, milk chocolate syrup kind of mostly flavor to it and consistency to it. I kind of wish there was more Irish cream or more of like a vanilla lactose kind of flavor going down with this too. The vanilla and the Irish cream flavor is very minimal in the, even in the background of the roasty kind of coffee note, but it is there. But I kind of wish there was more of it there, and I wish there was a little bit more body. But I mean, for 6.14% alcohol by volume, and for a $4.04 can of the Brewing Project, I really can't complain overall. But I kind of wish it was a little bigger and bolder in flavors and in the body. But overall, so far so good. I will think about scores, and I will be looking forward to hearing the rest of the reviews this evening. Cheers! Oh,
Awesome. Cheers, Aaron.
Cheers.
Thank you very much. All right. I think it is
Cheers.
East Coast LP.
Yes.
Oh, so, all right. So today I have from Hofbrau Munchin, Hofbrau Original.
Nice.
Says Munich specialty. Beer advocates calling it a Helles. 5.1% alcohol by volume. And yeah, I wanted something German today. It says Munich specialty, brewed according to the German purity law. $10 for a 6-pack, not bad. Crack this open. For my big Bell's glass today. So pour it up in this. All right. Nice golden straw color. Lots of bubbles. See lots of rising bubbles. One finger white head. Looks like it's sticking around. It's not dissipating too quick. A little bit of a chilled haze there, but it's definitely super clear. Very good looking. 11.2 ounce bottle. So yeah, I'm not too. So I thought this would be a Munich. Was a Munich lager. They're calling it a Helles. I really couldn't tell you the difference. Maybe you guys would be able to tell me a little bit better afterwards. But yeah, let's go for the nose on this.
Cheers.
Cheers.
On the nose.
Nosers. Pretty standard. It's got like a nice citrusy lemon, big breadiness. So it's got that yeasty, biscuity breadiness. A little bit of sweet malts. Smells very clean, I will say. I'm not getting a big pungent aroma from it, but it smells super clean. A little bit of like a grassy, floral aspect to it. Yeah, Smells good. Like I said, a little fruity, a little bit of lemon, more yeasty and bready, in my opinion. But let's dive into this. So,
Hell yeah.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, Tanner.
Cross.
Cheers.
ooh, that's good.
Respinking.
German lagers definitely have like a certain flavor to them that I really do enjoy. So it finishes super crisp and clean, but there's a little bit of a drying aspect, a little bit of a grassy floral finish. Now I would say that this is comparable to the Polliner. What the hell is the name of it? It reminds me of one of the Polliner ones. I can't think of the exact name. But yeah, for the most part, it's got a nice bready backbone, a little bit of sweet malts, medium to high carbonation, definitely light bodied, super crushable, drinkable. Yeah, I've always really enjoyed German beers. Definitely get that. I feel like the yeast is something that always stands out to me. But pretty straightforward. A little underwhelming. I've had some other German beers or German lagers that were a little bit better than this one, but I do like it, and I think for $10 for a 6-pack, not bad. I'll sip on this, possibly get some other flavor notes, but for the most part, it's pretty straightforward. Just a super crushable, flavorful beer. Of course, it's not an adjunct, so it doesn't have that corn syrup note. You get more of the traditional taste of what a lager should taste like. So yeah, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So the pinata didn't hit me. It was just okay.
Sam's ruthless, Doug.
Should have seen that branch.
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
At least it wasn't a branch and blade.
Uh,
that's what works. So
Pop, pop, pop.
here's the treat.
Cheers. We got miscellaneous coming up next.
Let's drink.
All right. So yeah, cheers, guys. I actually have a local product. This brewery is about 30 minutes away from me. It's from Sailfish Brewing Company out of Fort Pierce, Florida. This is their fish whistle. It's an American pale ale, but this is, I guess, it's much higher than the other products I was looking at on Untapped, and I guess it's a special release. It's 5.7% alcohol. It's got the snook on there. You know, very Florida-esque, East Coast. Yeah, it's actually has dates on it too, which is good. It's Best By 12/3/22. So it's got, I'd put it at 2 months. Yeah, it's the place where I actually met up with Dave's TV. Had lunch, proper glassware from there. Where is it? Yeah, sailfish in the front.
It's definitely
It's
cool.
their
glass.
Flounder Pounder glass, double IPA. I think this, what I was reading too, it's 55 IBUs. Uh-oh. Didn't go too hard, did I? So yeah, it's definitely more caramel colored beer, you know. Effervescence, pretty good. It is very, very clear, almost brilliant. I'd say it's got a slight haze to it. 3 fingers of white, sudsy, soapy looking head, but nice and meringue firm on top on the nose. Caramel, malts. It's definitely got a bready, malty backbone to it. Not overly sweet. I get grapefruit. I mean, grapefruit, lemon-esque type citrus. There's a tropical light note, like something else, like maybe melon. I'd say maybe green honeydew. Smells pretty good. It's, I guess, standard issue. I do prefer a hazy, but let's try it out. Cheers.
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 Cheers, Will.
Medium full body. I'm surprised on that. Oh man, that's pretty good. Bready, malty. You pick up a light floral piney note. It's earthy. It tastes really, really fresh. Getting good, very good hop flavor out of it. All right, let me go back to the top. Medium light body. It's got a pretty high carbonation. Slight dry finish. Not too boozy at 5.7. I'd say maybe I'd call this almost in the session type range, but not bad. Like I said, light pine, tropical, grapefruit, moderate bitterness for 55 IBUs. Drinkable product. Cheers.
West
Cheers.
Coast IPA.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I don't know. I like this speed round one. It's good. The quick review. I like it.
Speed round.
Yeah, streamlined beer reviews. I like it.
Oh, hey, Dan.
Legendary Dan.
You drinking water? Can you rate that water?
Uh-oh.
That's what it's from Wegmans, so it gets a 5.
It's from Wegmans.
All right. Today, I have a beer from Hop Butcher for the World. So this is their Normalize the Signal. This is a Mosaic and Sabro hopped double IPA coming at 7.5 ABV. Canned on 7/18/22. So 2 months old, just over 2 months. It says, what even is normal? So Hop Butcher for the World, it's got tasting notes on the back. I don't really get into those generally until after I've had the beer. Just, I don't know, kind of throws me off, or I may have some pre-influence or whatever. So we'll pour it up. Hashtag proper glassware.
Oh, you got the Hop Butcher glass. Perfect.
Yeah. You know how we roll, baby. Come on now.
I can't wait. I do know you. Trust me. I know it comes that beer.
So
Beers.
That's right. Bask in its
definitely
glory.
probably about 2 fingers worth of
Try
foamy, very compact shaving cream, hot lather kind of head to it. I definitely, as I drink it though, I do want to pour the rest in because I've noticed Hop Butcher beers, they tend to settle in the bottom a little bit, just from the sheer amount of hops that they use, and I would imagine like lupulin powder and stuff like that. So some beers where the bodies come off a little I've kind of shooken it up a little bit, poured the rest in, and it's really come together. So it's definitely something I'll do here. Let's get a nose. Holy schnickies. So right off the bat, I'm just getting like a huge, like, dank pineapple. A little, like, candied berry a little bit to it. But then that Sabro's coming in, and it's just like, it's like dominating on that, like pina colada vibes. I'm talking like heavy coconut, heavy, just creamy, just mango and tropical flavors. If I was doing this blind, I dare say I would definitely be like, oh, this is a Sabro forward beer. Man, it smells great. It smells like a tropical paradise, to be honest. It's got like this chalky sweetness kind of rolling in after. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get a sip. Hold on, let me try and see if I can pour the rest in here.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you should try it out of the can.
Oh, yeah, so we missed it.
Hope the one day.
Orange juice.
One day.
It looks like straight up orange juice.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
But on the
Really
bottom,
does,
actually, let's see if I can focus in. Yeah, see, it's got all the fixins.
It'll just give you gas. It's fine.
Yeah, But see, that's what I'm
Good for
talking
your
about with
gut.
Hop Butcher beers. If you ever get a Hop Butcher beer, swirl that sun gun up.
I'm looking
All
forward to trying them because I heard Hop Butcher beers are delicious. I want to try them so bad to review on my channel.
I've had this beer out for about probably 15, 18 minutes. So it's definitely had a chance to warm up a little bit. I keep it in my beer fridge. Beer fridge is, I keep that about 44, 45 degrees. Wow. So it's like a super soft mouthfeel. I'm talking like like super airy and pillowy and just like hardly any carbonation to speak of. I mean, there's a slight tinge to it, but I would say like you're getting all the tropical flavors and you're definitely getting that coconut pina colada kind of forward vibe. But I would say there's a little bit of citrus lead in, but it's not like quite orange. It's more like clementine or something like that of that nature. So I guess I'll go over the tasting notes real quick, see if I got some right. So candied citrus all day. It's sweet, sugary, light pine, slight, and vibrant tropical. Yeah, all day. This is just pina colada personified, like straight up, like mixed with some dank, dirty pineapple. Yeah, that's normalize the signal, Hop Butcher, for the world. Thanks for the good folks at Hop Butcher for sending this over my way as well. I'm very humbled to be able to try some beers.
Legendary Dan, I heard that Hop Butcher is going to be, distributed in some stores. I thought that's what I heard. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, yeah. If you look, you can find Hop Butcher at least a couple of their offerings in a lot of beer shops nowadays. They bought, I believe, the old Half Acre Brewery, so they've upped their brewing capacity and the distribution as well. I know Beer Man has gotten some his way.
But it is from them, though, right? It's nothing.
No, it's 100% brewed from Hop Butcher for the world.
Okay, so make sure.
Yep.
And because you drank it on my channel, they will never ever see it.
I'll keep it up.
So
I really like their milk pistachio. That was really
I
good.
would love to try that. Is that a stout, Legendary?
It's a milk stout with pistachios.
Awesome. I would love to try that.
nice.
I believe that's a green can, isn't it?
Cheers, Dan. Thank you.
And
Cheers. Thank you, guys.
And Hop Butcher for the world. Do you hear me? You
They'll hear you.
Oh,
You
yeah.
better
They'll hear
watch Dan's review on that.
Please
Now
do.
I'm kidding.
Nice. All right. Well, cool. These guys, I don't know their name. Fast Fashion Brewing Company. They're out of Seattle. It's a 7.2% double dry hopped New England style. It's called Crushed Ice.
Ooh.
7.2. No date. That's about it. That's all I know. Oh, it's got it's got brewed with Freestyle Nelson, Freestyle Motueka, Citra Lupomax, and Galaxy hops. So,
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're tugging the heartstrings, Motueka.
Motueka. I'm shaky today. I think it's the hops I picked earlier.
You're shaky because you know you're gonna have Motueka. It's gonna be great.
Moto top.
I get the Motueka shakes too, brother.
That beer looks delicious, Legendary. Beer Man.
Finger looking good. It almost looks like it's oxidized a bit. It's got a darker color to it. I hope it's not cardboardy. It smells good. It smells really hoppy, real hoppy and fruity, like pineapple, peach, like candy, like Pez candy. It's very candied, very nice. Pineapple, peach, apricot, little mango, little hoppy resinous kind of humulus thing, humulus lupulus, pollen kind of thing. It's not because it's on my hands. Yeah, opaque beer. Can't see through it. Looks a little, I guess, a little on the like light orange or light orange juice kind of side. And it's got good lacing already forming up there. White head, a little rocky on the top, pretty aggressive, soapy on the sides. Let's drink it. Cheers.
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 Cheers, bro.
That's herbal.
Good, dude.
It's very herbal and candy forward. It is not old by no means. Probably about a month old, probably. I don't know, but it's not old.
Any
It's
sweetness, legendary beer man? Any sweetness?
We're getting there.
Okay.
So mouthfeel is kind of zingy but smooth, creamy. Body is medium. It does have a sweetness, but there is a slight bitterness in the back of it. It goes back to the bitter in the bitter in the back. It's not super bitter. It's definitely not like one of those like Westy style hazies or whatever everyone's saying. It's definitely has an East Coast vibe to it. Very sweet and almost kind of in a way sort of like a yeasty, like a fruity yeasty kind of thing. It's nice. Very hoppy. It's very fruity.
Yeah, I open up.
Throw the trash away.
You just want to keep drinking it. Like it goes up around your palate, goes up all over your tongue. And it just like bitters off in the back just enough, dries off just enough at the perfect time. It's very drinkable and very tasty. Pineapple's coming through as far as flavor notes. Pineapple, orange, navel orange to be exact. Very sweet orange. Pineapple, mango, apricot, peach. Maybe a little bit of, there might be a little, it does have Nelson in there. There is a slight pinch of like grape thing going on. Vinny kind of sorts, but not too, it's just smooth. It's easy to drink. It's really nice. It's lovely. Cheers, guys. I like it.
Cheers.
Hell yeah.
Cheers, beer man.
Right on.
That kind of looked like a Proclamation Ale can.
Does it?
The design. Yeah.
It's a watch. It's like a watch.
Or just like the style of the can. Yeah, it totally looks like it would be a Proc beer.
I had them once before, but this is good.
There you go.
I really like this.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers.
Thanks, beer.
Hail
Man.
Satan.
Did you say go Satan?
Hail Satan.
Hey, all right. Well, I think that brings it to me, right?
No.
We get to skip Alex today?
Nope.
No? Okay.
No.
Guess it's Alex's turn.
We got snacks.
My brother-in-law brought me a.
Days.
I gotta throw this out when I'm done doing my beer. So,
You're not going to share?
but no, I wish I could.
No.
It was one little panini with cheese. And delicious.
Whoa, yeah.
All right. And it was fried. Today, we're reviewing Brewing Company Black Magic Pumpkin Stout.
Empire.
Oh, well, it says the word E, so I read that wrong. So Empire Beer Brewing Company Black Magic. I think I got it. I said E Company because it had the word E. I guess their initial. So yeah, Empire Brewing Company Black Magic Pumpkin Stout. Never had it. Never had their beers, I don't think.
Alex, hate to interrupt your showcase here. Just want to let you know, Black Magic is actually a series from them.
Well, I'll have to check them out, Legendary Dan, because this will be my first Black Magic, so I'll check out the other stuff too. Maybe we'll do examination. All right, so let's get into it. Let's see what it tastes like.
A witch doctor once told me you shouldn't mess with black magic.
No, that's true.
I'm not a big fan of this stuff.
You got Beer Man hailing Satan. You got Black Magic
that smells
with Alex.
seasoned. Smells like seasoned, maybe.
Smells
Let's
like
pour this up, shall we? That is an Alex B. Mr. before. That's a 3 or 4, 5 finger head. That smells pretty good. Smells really spicy. It kind of smells like a pumpkin spice. It smells like a cookie. Kind of smells like a cookie as I'm smelling it. Kind of smells like a pumpkin spice cookie. If you get what I'm putting down, they are good. So, I'll tell you, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I think I've said this before. At least one of you guys said it. What? I don't get why they bring these pumpkin beers out so early. If you brought it out between maybe September, October, which would be the actual month, it would be cool. The same with Christmas. I think Christmas they do get to go Christmas because it's obviously after October, and then you got November. So I don't care if they do it between November and December because that's where Christmas is. But when it comes to the pumpkin beers, you go right in. You do it in August. I mean, do it between September and October, like you do Christmas beers between November and December because they're those 2 months. I don't know. I don't want to be ranting and rating, but hey, it is what it is. Good news is if you want to age stouts, you can. So you'll have the opportunity to age your pumpkin stouts then. All right. Smells good. It doesn't that smells good. I hope it tastes sweet. That's what I want. So it's nice and dark. Now, as I've talked, the head just went down, so it's like a nail kind of thing. So yeah, that's nice and jet black in my eyes. Yeah, there ain't no light in that at all. So I think it's time for to get to the taste. Shall we? Cheers.
Let's do it.
Cheers.
Cheers, Alex.
Cheers to beers.
Uh-oh. Bum, bum, bum.
Please hope
That's
it's delicious.
delicious.
Oh, said it.
It does taste like a cookie to me. I mean, that's what it tastes like a cinnamon cookie. Like you eat, what is this company's called? It reminds me of that. It's an orange cookie or an orange company, and it has like an orange box. I can't remember what it's called now, but I can see it in my head.
An orange cookie?
Yeah, it's an orange box, and then you have the cookies. I'm trying to think what it's called, and I can't remember. It's
Is
a
it
gingerbread.
the Girl Scout cookies?
No, it's a company. Yeah, that's a company too, but
Okay.
it's all, it's during the holidays or all year round or something. I don't remember. I can see it in my head. I can't freaking remember.
It can't be both.
It might be. I don't know. I really don't know. Wish I did know. It has a sweetness to it. Not any creaminess at all. It has a bitterness. It's a good beer.
It's not the Pillsbury Doughboy ones, is it?
No.
The baked ones.
They are baked, but they're like kind of hard. They're like crunchy, and they're a good cookie. Can't remember what they're freaking called. I can see them.
Bring them out. There, I got a couple products that I'm looking at. Is Anna's cookies, orange thins.
It might be, but I'll have to take a look. We'll have to take a look at it because I maybe don't know.
Provolones.
Yeah, I don't remember the name. I just can see it in my head.
It's a couple cookies with the orange box. So
Yeah.
I mean, once you show me, I'll probably pick that out. It's very. It's not spicy, but it's very cookie-like, like pumpkin cookie-like.
Irvin spiced wafers.
I don't think it's a wafer. It's an actual cookie. Might
It
there
looks
could be
like
wafer.
a cookie, but
Yeah, it is still cookies, but yeah. But
they serve it with milk. Never mind.
has a bitterness at the end too. It makes you want to go back for more. Yeah, very good spice. It's not spicy like, oh, it's like burning, but it has that pumpkin spice, which is pretty darn good. I mean, would I get this again? Probably not. But I'm definitely going to probably review it on my channel. We'll see. Or maybe not. We'll see. Now, don't get me wrong. When I pour that up and you drink you drink the foam and the beer, it does have a creaminess to it. It's not creamy like constantly like it should be, but it's not. Yeah, that's a lot of spice, not burniness, but a lot of spice, a little bit of bitterness, a lot of pumpkin. It is definitely a pumpkin spice beer. So I'm going to shut up now because I could talk for hours. And if you can get this beer, what's it called? Empire Brewing Black Magic Pumpkin Stout. Please do, and I'll give you the rating and stuff like that next time around. And there is the pumpkin. Good can art too.
Yeah, nice can art.
Yeah, so I'm going to shut up and let someone else talk. But yeah, I'm looking forward to giving the rating. Appreciate you, and cheers. Thanks for letting me join, BuMpy.
Cheers out.
Cool. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, here I am. It's me.
It's a
Me. My BuMpy. So I got a B52 brewing glass.
Rock Lobster.
I'm not going to put a B52 beer in it. I do have one, but got to share that one with the wife too. So what I do have is another beer from Texas. This one comes from Jester King. They're out of Austin, Texas. And this one is a very sweaty glass. Indeed. This one's called Hoppy Cedar Aged Ale. Its ABV is 7.8%. Gives you all the ingredients. Gives you notes. I'm not going to read the notes, but I'll read the story. I guess this one's actually called El Cedro. El Cedro, and that's the label art there. Let's see. It says, I have conquered many nations and defeated vast armies of men, but even I do not dare to trespass in the forest of El Cedro. For El Cedro is no man. Many have ventured within the silent reaches of his branches, lured in his sweet smell, never to return. Whispered legends tell of one particularly sorry soul who, hey, did we tell you this has Brett in it? So yeah, it's a hot dogs. It's a silver. It's a hoppy beer that has Brett in it, so a hoppy sour, I guess, kind of. Let's go ahead and open this. Let's see how it reacts. This beer is
find that real quick.
It was batch number 13, and it was bottled in November 2021. So it does have about, what do we have? Probably
Does it got a
9
cork
months
under
on it.
there?
What's that?
Is there a cork under there?
No. There's
Whoa.
not. Hey, it's not rising. That's cool. That's good.
Dude, all of those that I've had, they like jump out of the bottle.
It does build a pretty big head,
Purdy.
though, just from a light, gentle pour.
That's a purdy beer.
So, wow. Yeah, so a rocky white head, we'll call it. It is kind of clear. It's got like this kind of like unfiltered look to it, and it's just a golden coloration. So it's hazy, but not hazy like it was a New England IPA type of haze, just unfiltered and possible yeast and hoppiness. Who knows? See how long this head lasts. The bubbles are getting larger. The aromas on this, I'm definitely getting the woodiness, the cedar. There's that Brett note. It kind of has like a little burning sensation on the nostrils with this kind of like sour to tart type smell. There's like a spice to it too, an herbalness. Perfume. I can't remember if I've ever smelled a a beer that I could say perfume, but this definitely has a perfume. Much more than floral. It kind of goes like a light. It's a well-kept barn. I'll say that. It's not super funky. Maybe it's a new farm. They just got some baby goats. Petting zoo.
Bah.
So it's got the funk, but it's not like old rotting damp wood.
Oh, they didn't brew it with the goat in there.
Yeah.
The blanket
Yeah,
of the
but yeah, perfume, floral, slight funk, slight barnyard, cedar oakiness. And I know what cedar smells like because I have a cedar fence. So
Would you
Definitely
say
smells
horse
my
blanket?
fence.
Would you say horse blanket?
though, no, there's no real horse. It doesn't quite go to horse blanket.
blanket of the
That's what
horse.
I'm saying. It's like a young farm animal petting zoo for kids. Like it's just a fresh build.
That's oh boy.
They got blankets they've only used for one night.
Just one.
Not quite funky enough, but interesting. All right, cheers.
Let's do it.
Cheers.
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 Cheers, Bobby.
Here's my dears.
Whoa.
Mm.
They got funky.
It's got a medicinal type thing to it. Not like a cherry robitussin, nothing like that. It's like I've been in the hospital before, and maybe the dentist's office.
Oh,
There's something it's kind of got this weird like
Medical.
fluoride. There's like some weird
Like that paste that they put on your tooth and swirl it around.
it's like a clean, like maybe something that's gonna clean like bacteria out of your mouth type deal.
Right.
It's got this kind of weird. Yeah, it is dry too. So there's a cedar, there's a woodiness to it, but yeah, the first thing that hit me was this kind of like it's a weird, like almost medicinal cleaning effect type thing that happened on my palate. I've had nitrous oxide. It's almost like when they first pushed that nitrous oxide. It's like that smell of the gas almost
go,
on the
BuMpy.
flavor. So it's a bit rubbery, I guess. There's like a little bit because they put a rubber mask on. There's some kind of a weird scent that goes in, and it kind of nasal and throat, all that stuff kind of combine. It reminds me a bit of nitrous oxide. I was at the dentist. I got laughing gas. So it's got this laughing gas flavor to it almost.
Whoa.
Other than that, I mean, yeah, like a light barely funkified anything. You get the cedar wood. It's kind of earthy, mostly with the wood. It's not super sour. It's not super tart. I would say it's more on the tart side than anything. Shit, this is an odd beer. It's highly carbonated. It's got a light body. It's fizzy. It's drying to the palate. 7.8% ABV. That's not detectable. But it's reminding me of getting my broken tooth pulled out of my mouth. So fun times. I would say the best $120 I spent. So yeah. I will definitely come up with a score on this. I think I don't know. It's just it's bizarre. This is just bizarre. some of the strangest notes I've had in a while, I would say, because perfume on an aroma. The aromas are definitely more pleasant, and then laughing gas mask type flavor notes. Cheers. Let's free for all it.
Shit.
Free for all.
Hell
All right,
yeah.
BuMpy, so I have questions for you real quick about your beer.
Yeah.
So you say like you're getting like floral, woody, and perfume. It's like potpourri.
Yes. Yeah. Kind of like a potpourri on the aromas.
Yeah.
Yeah. The flavor is different.
Sure.
Is there any kind of chemical or anything like that, or like?
You say you get that medical thing. Like I know what you're talking about. Like when they bust those apparatuses out because they're clean, sterile, they have a smell,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and it's not like Band-Aids.
Nail
It's not like
polish or anything?
cleaning.
Right. It's like a cleaning.
It's like sterile. I know what you're talking because they put it's got the little rubber thing. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's on the flavor. That's
It
not
has
in
a
the aroma, but it's. This is a free for all, Dan. By the way, you can talk anytime you
Yes.
want.
So legendary Andrew, you said you have some stuff to show me.
No,
Well, you said you looked it up.
there's a bunch of different of those. We'll do that at a different time. Now.
Oh, I just want to get off in mind. But, okay.
I don't know.
So me and Mike, Alex, we did Empire Black Magic Irish Dry Stout, whiskey blended Irish Dry Stout, but it was in the Black Magic family. So that's how I knew about that.
Black Magic?
Yes.
Never
Calm down,
touched
Satan.
this stuff.
Calm down. Just settle it down.
Everybody
I
knows I
might know a guy, but
You saw beer man. You saw a sparkle in his eyes. Black Magic.
I like it.
Black Magic. But no, Andrew, you need to try this beer. It tastes exactly like those cookies.
What?
You would like it.
we'll see.
Right.
They got a lot of pumpkin beer.
Oh yeah, I'm going to be trying a lot of pumpkin beer in the next
I'm
couple
not.
months, next couple weeks, or next month or two, to do reviews and stuff.
I like my beer.
I just
Appreciate
can't get
you.
anything that's worth buying.
Appreciate you, Andrew. Don't ever forget that. Oh,
Everybody's got to take a drink now.
yeah. Hold on, let me join.
I don't know if I like the beer that I'm drinking very much. It's the more I'm noticing this Irish cream cow chocolate milk stout with milk, sugar, coffee, and natural Irish cream flavor. The more that I'm drinking and the more that it starts to warm up gradually, the more there's a roasty bitterness from the coffee in the background. That's not super pleasing and overly balancing with the beer's flavor. I guess I wish more chocolate came out, and I wish definitely there was more Irish cream flavoring and more vanilla notes coming out. It's again towards the end of the beer, as it tries to dry, it's just a little too roasty bitter in the background, and I think it could have been. It's a good idea with the coffee. I think it could have been utilized a little bit. I don't know. It could have been utilized a little bit better, so it's a more rounder flavor, I guess. But it's very interesting. I would definitely recommend people drink this beer, but it's you gotta like roasty coffee forward, I think, at the end of the day to find some enjoyment, but very interesting nonetheless. So yeah, I will continue to drink them.
Alex, just to let you know, Mike is in the comments and he's monitoring your etiquette towards me.
Well, Mike,
So,
you're
That being
my
said,
friend.
if
well,
you treat
no.
me poorly, Mike will be disappointed.
Well, I'm not going to treat you poorly because unfortunately you're my friend as well. So why would I do that? You're my buddy. This is appreciate you. So you can moderate the comments all you want, but I'm going to treat Dan like gold. He's my buddy.
Alex,
Yeah.
you sit on a throne of lies.
No, I see.
Alex is just buttering me up because he knows I hold the future of his channel in the palm of my hand because he utilized my theme song during his live stream, and that's clearly
Theme song? I don't remember doing a theme song.
that's clearly against Google's policies.
But no, I don't do theme songs on my channel. Heck no. I do my own, but I don't remember. I mean, you might have done something. I don't remember.
Well, I gotta tell you,
Well,
this beer
hold
is
on,
changing.
hold on. I can show you what he's talking about.
Cajun.
Yeah, because I don't remember that. It's too many freaking shows I do.
This is straight out of this is straight out of the fingertips of Dan himself.
And it's on my channel right now.
No, it's right there. Gives you the time and everything.
Oh, jeez.
I did that on my channel. I don't remember doing that.
Probably you'll find out soon enough, Alex.
But no, I didn't do anything. Dan, you're a ball buster.
The next knock on your door is not going to be your
That's out of our
brother-in-law.
hands now, Alex. That's for other
It's
people
gonna
to
be it's going to
decide.
be a lawyer.
I don't do music like that. I do my own. Maybe you did something, Dan, that on my channel. I don't remember because I've done so many freaking videos.
Oh,
It's
damn.
fun.
Oh,
So many
damn.
live streams.
I'm going to start up a YouTube channel. I'm going to call it Net FLX.
Yes, the spin-off of Dan. Yes, sweet. Hell yeah.
I'll call it FLX Pickle Reviews.
You just call it Net.
Yeah.
You can call it Netflix if you want.
Hey Dan, it's nice that you're on here. My
I'm gonna start a
Appreciate
channel. I'm gonna start a channel at BuMpY. It's gonna be called Smooth Street Reviews.
it. Yeah, and then Alex, the beer master.
It's got to be Smooth Street Beers.
Smooth streaming.
Yes. Hey, Dan, it's really nice that you're here, my friend. Appreciate
Street
you.
Beers. There you go.
Cheers, Dan.
Cheers.
This beer I definitely would say is more on the sweet malty side. I'm not really getting. I was getting. I thought it was more of like the biscuitiness, but it's more of like the sweetness coming out. The beer that I was comparing it to was the Polliner Munich Lager. That was really good. I think I like that one a lot more than this. This one seems a little bit thinner. That one was a little bit more bready, had a little bit more of a hot presence to it. But this one's still good. I like it. Definitely crushable. That's for
Appreciate you,
sure.
Mike. What's that say? Alex's channel. I am. What? I can't. I'm.
Hey, here,
Cheers, everybody.
yeah.
It'd be nice if we could just take a moment and pour one out for Alex's channel.
Yeah.
I sure enjoyed it while it lasted.
Jesus.
And you're fired.
Brutality right there.
You know what?
You
No,
guys-
Alex, I've decided you can keep going. It just with every video, with every live stream, you have to start out as a subsidiary of FLX beer reviews.
Yeah, I don't remember doing music for you though, unless it's you and it's the thing. I need to go on that one of the.
So BuMpY, at what point do we review our beer or rate it?
we are reviewed it.
Anytime,
I'm
it's a
sorry,
free
Dan.
for all. You can say anything you want, Dan.
Okay.
On every
Okay. So on the tasting notes, it mentioned some pine, and I'm getting that. I think I was mistaking the pine for like when you like peel into a fresh orange or a fresh grapefruit, like the outer like white part
Pithy.
or whatever.
Ryan.
Yeah, the pithiness.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
I think I was mistaking that, and now I'm getting more pine. So if you took like a little bit of a Christmas tree and mixed it with like a candied tropical kind of pina colada thing,
I like that.
I will say the body, while it's creamy, it's a bit thin for what I'd like, but it's 7.5, so you could interpret that as more drinkable, I guess.
Did they use any of the
Right.
oats or like wheat or anything?
I don't believe so.
Or malty.
I mean,
I know in the past-
right on the cusp of
Malted,
a double IPA. You know, I mean,
Right. I
you
mean,
get
I know in the
companies
past
out
that
there
they've
that put beers out under 7%. And they're trying to call it.
they've come out and said, if it has, lactose or anything of that nature.
Yeah.
I'm sure they use a shit ton of oats to achieve.
Well, it's funny. The flaked over the malted is a
Yeah,
big
no,
difference
that's
too when it comes to
the flake
oxidation and all that stuff. So
Right. But it's definitely the pine is definitely
What's the name
more
of it
forward
again?
now, but it's still like a very bombastic tropical experience at the same time.
Nice.
What was
It's like-
the name of it again, Dan?
What's that?
What was the name of the beer again?
Normalize the signal.
Okay.
So like I don't know, man. Like Beer Man, you've had the Hop Butcher, right? Remember the plume?
A couple times, yeah.
The plume. So like if you've ever had a Hop Butcher beer, like when I say it's like juicy, Hop Butcher beers tend to be a bit more bombastic with their
What about
juiciness.
creamy?
Like it's
Big. When they say it, they mean it. Is what
right. So like
figured out.
when I drink like usual IPAs, I'm like, oh, it's juicy, it's tropical, it got citrus, but like it's really personified, I find, with like a lot of the different Hop Butcher beers. Until you've had one, I guess I can't really get across. But like I said, Beer Man, know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of this plume, the plume of many hues, except with a more pine note to it.
Is that the green with the
I had
With the feather.
Yeah,
Two beers from
That's
Hop
good.
Butcher. I had
Nice.
I had their, what was that one Ridge Good Old Finish? The Coffee Bear.
Legendary Big Chop.
I had that, and then I had the, what was it, pneumatic tubes.
Yep.
That
I enjoyed that
was
one. That was
alright.
nice.
They're
The Coffee Bear wasn't too bad either.
I liked that beer. It was good. Honestly, I was down, and I had to, it was Tanner's show, I think. And I had
We just had the
nothing to
fat bear.
bring. I literally had nothing to bring in the fridge, and I'm like, oh, I guess we're drinking this. And that was a whole thing. 'Cause Ridge is like, oh, I emailed you, and I'm like, dude, I didn't get your email. I thought you were ducking me.
So-
you know?
Yeah, so generally we review most of these beers on our channel, but we picked a few as to where we were just going to drink them to ourselves and not review them with blessing from Hop Butcher, of course.
Hey Dan, if I ever get a Hop Butcher, you want to do an examination with me on my channel or your channel?
I mean, my channel, sure, yeah.
You're a funny. Andrew, can you help me make a book on Dan? We can make good money. Ball Buster Dan, though. I'll probably call that book.
If
Well,
there was a
Buster
book on
Daniel.
Dan.
That's his real name, Daniel.
That
There's a
guy,
book. It's called
Dirty
God Damn It.
There you go.
I like that. I like
No,
that.
I'm Dirty Dan.
85.
No, seriously though, Dan.
Wow,
Do you
85.
think it's a good? Do you think we should do that? I would like to do an examination with you and Mike and all that.
I mean,
all,
honestly, if
all it is opportunities and beer.
Yeah.
whether it be Hop Butcher or whether it be a different brand, I would say to each and every one of you, if there's a beer we both can get.
Hey,
I'm
Dan,
down
I have a
to,
question for you.
awesome.
Do it.
I would love to do that on my channel or your channel. That'd be cool. Just to honor.
Question.
Dan, I have a question for you. If you're Dirty Dan, does that make Mike
Oh shit!
Larry?
Well,
Larry.
Yeah.
I'm Dirty Dan. No, I'm Dirty Dan.
Heard it, Dan.
That's SpongeBob.
That's very hard, Paul. It's very hard.
Yo,
Pinhead Larry.
came
But
hard
seriously
with
though, Andrew, I think we should make a book on Dan since he ball busts me now. Ball buster Dan. Woo!
BuMpy.
Just take your boobying.
Where did that go?
Holy hell!
Oh, look at BuMpy's
You guys
comment.
might have gone too
I got some milk.
I'm not sure what's going on right now.
Then you won't
I'm
have
not sure
water
what's going
anymore.
on.
Here you go. Where's
Oh,
the
Purely
milk?
filtered, you know.
He needs some milk.
BuMpy, at what point do you start censoring?
Never.
Oh no, censorship is not allowed.
YouTube shuts them down.
Ball buster Dan.
There you go. I knew you had it.
Wow.
I never knew you had it in you, but I knew you had it. Couldn't find that hiding spot.
Oof.
Okay, whoever wants to talk, go. I gotta do some math. Hold on.
Oh,
Hey, yeah, you go.
Mathematics on a calculator.
I gave it Irish cream cow
Noise,
and
noise.
85 out of 100. So 85. I think it's worthy of your time. It's nothing great, grand, or amazingly awesome. Again, the roasty coffee's a little bit. I thought it was more in the background when it was cooler, but as it warmed up, it was again more in your face. And I think it's a little strong on the roasty edge. So 85, yeah, give it a try if you see it. I didn't think $4.04 for a brewer project beer for a brewing project beer was a bad entry point into their stuff. So good price, anyways, and you all give it a try and see what you think. 85.
Me, I'm gonna give my beer.
Smoking weed, smoking weed.
It's going in the 80s.
That's a great movie.
95.
Ew.
Yeah, but
And
now
if
that
I'm-
you're part of
I'm-
FLX, what would you score it?
Looking forward to reviewing more punky beers.
Nice.
Drink them all now, Alex, because when Halloween comes, the
no longer
Christmas
available.
beer's already going to be gone.
I'll tell you what.
You meant the Christmas beers will be here, not the pumpkin beers.
Oh, they'll be gone. by then.
Yeah.
I'll go with my beer. I'll give you my score. I had another Jester King. I had it when I was in Texas, and that one was like exploding out of the bottle. I have a video that will be coming up eventually on that one. I definitely like that one more than this one. I'm going to score this at a 36.5 out of 50. It's good. It's just good, but it's nothing like. If this was my very first Jester King beer, I wouldn't be like, oh, yeah, I need to go get more Jester King. This is just, it's weird.
They got the Untapped rating.
Texting fear.
I didn't look that up yet. If anybody else wants to go, I'll look up the Untapped rating, unless somebody already has it.
All right,
Tanner.
go for it.
I guess I'll rate this hot butcher here.
Tanner.
Here's the thing. Rating hot butcher beers, like rating this one, like this is better than your average IPA. But in the grand scheme of like hot butcher beers, I think I'd give it like a 4.25. I don't know if I can give dual ratings or not. It's kind of like if I saw this on the shelf, I would buy this 9 times out of 10 over something sitting on the shelf next to it because I know the quality I'm getting. But I've had better beers from Hot Butcher, if that makes sense. I guess, you know what, grand total, given all that, I give it like a 4.35 out of 5.
Nice.
What now? A 3.5?
4.35.
Oh, 4.3. Okay.
That's a big. That's a good. That's a big
Hot
score.
Butcher, I hope you're listening to this shit. 3.5
That's
out
a
of
big
they
score,
will.
dude.
Hey, you never know.
Hey.
We might end up on their newsletter. Come on now.
That's a,
They send out a email newsletter, and sometimes I've been in that thing before. It's pretty cool.
The Hot Butcher.
I did
Wow,
look
that's
this
pretty
beer
cool.
up, and
Hot
it
Butcher
does
news.
rate a 3.84 out of 5 on Untapped.
So you're not that far off then.
Not too far off from what I rated it at. It says
Oh.
farmhouse ale hopped with piney, citrusy American hops, aged on Spanish cedar spirals, and bottle conditioned with BuMpY-isms. Yeah,
it's not even. It's not even barrel aged at that point.
Well, if
No.
everyone's ready, I'll give my beer. a
Secondary wood edge.
91.
I mean, it's barrel aged too.
91 from Tanner.
Hey, that's a great fucking company right there.
Yeah, I like the Polliner, the original Munich lager.
Polliner's great too, though. That's
Yeah,
good
the
stuff.
Polliner had much
Good
more
elbow, legendary elbow.
flavor than this one. This one seems a little lackluster, a little
Yeah.
underwhelming for a German
Elbow,
lager.
I'll take
Jesus.
option C.
91. Option C. I'm going 95 on mine. This is absolutely fucking wonderful.
I love it.
It's something to the new upcoming stuff here on the West Coast here. Good stuff. This is absolutely beautiful. I really liked it. I don't know what it was, man. It was like the candy, herbal, dank, hoppy, freaking fruity, tropical fucking awesomeness that just sailed the boat perfectly in the perfect weather. It was awesome. I liked it.
I love the hops. I love the malts.
And now you have an old beer that tastes like crap.
You love swearing, you sailor.
Sorry about my language, BuMpy.
I guess that.
you said crap.
Me with the
Crap.
Say shit next time.
whistle.
Whistle.
Welcome to Dave's TV.
Yeah. Honestly, it's really not that bad for like I said, a more clear brown colored pale ale. I honestly liked it. It was pithy. I was picking up on a lot of grapefruit, citrus, almost more lime than lemon. The more I drank on it, like I said, balanced. I actually did like the bitterness. It was piney, clean, piney, earthy. Um, no complaints. See, this is where the dilemma is. Do you score fresh beer better or not on freshness? I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to score it on this can by itself. I put it at, honestly, I think like an 88, which is good. Is a good score still.
Right on.
But this is a predominantly grocery store beer company. So this is good. And like I said, that menu I showed you earlier was from them. And I've been there and I've had some, they do make some good beers. You know, they have a Pineapple Man in competition with Florida Man, Cigar City, and they have some products, some Imperial products, which don't get put out. It's not really a bad place. The food was good.
So
Wasn't
the question with your
glassware,
your rating, Andrew.
Yeah.
So when you guys rate, or the whole panel, do you tend to rate towards style, towards preference, towards
both?
Honestly,
Yeah,
I don't rate it on exactly. The style factor does come into play.
Yeah. Definitely.
And you can, I don't know, it's personal preference. Like it comes down even with BuMpY scoring. It's personal preference at the end of the day, is you're taking your notes on it. So it's hard. And it is hard to judge every beer to its style per se too, especially in America. Because, we fucking bastardized everything. Crazy. Got crazy shit in the beers, adjuncts, cookies, and fucking all kinds of heavy fruits and lactose. But
sometimes
it's good. It's experimentation. We're growing. It's good. Yeah. But I think an 88 is not a bad score for this. I paid $10.99 for a 4-pack. It's reasonable. For 5.7, it's got plenty of flavor. Like I said, 55 IBUs. It's not overly bitter, but you get that good pine, fresh note. It's good. I enjoy it, and I think 88 is fair. Like I said, I've been dialing my stuff back. Like 95 is where my 100 used to be. Now it's like, all right, I've had a bunch of good beers, and I've now really got to start putting shit into perspective. Because once you go over 95, you're really tightening your reins per style. You give a 98, or you give 2 beers a 99, and then it's like, how many 99s can you squeeze in there? Are these beers really that good? You really start rethinking the formula.
See, Dan, you gone and fucked my show up now.
Yeah, Blockbuster Dan.
No, Dan did. No, we have this portion.
But that's how I feel about it when I rate it.
Portion of the show where you ask, where there will be a question asked of the panel, and you just go and blurt a question out.
I'm sorry for
roll with it. I don't care.
Question.
Well, that's good. I think that should be our question because nobody else is posing a question. So I think that's actually a great question for the panel to answer. That was the question there that Dan asked. So miscellaneous already went with.
No, go ahead. It's good. Roll with what's going. I already spoke.
But who hasn't scored their beer yet?
Huh.
I think that's everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's done it.
I believe so.
Me too.
All right. Well, then let's go ahead and. So
don't you bring me up?
So no, we can skip on miscellaneous. He's already at. But Dan, you have asked the question. So if you want to ask that question that you asked again about how we rate beers.
Oh, I guess my question was when you guys rate beers, do do you rate towards preference or do you rate towards style? And
Okay. So we'll come back. You get to answer your own question last. Alex, you get to go ahead and answer that question.
Well, I rate it as a taste, like an actual taste. I should get into the style, like pumpkin, and like I love my stout, so that's a style. But but I also preference on a taste too, if it's delicious or not too. So I try to do the style, but then I'm drive myself nuts. So I try to do them both best I can. But yeah, like I said, style and like an IPA or whatever, deliciousness. I mean. Or taste. I basically just based on taste because I need to learn more about the styles. But yeah, a stout is a style kind of like so, but still.
So more on the preference that you have of the beer, like how it tastes.
Exactly. You get
so it's your own personal preference is how you throw out the score.
Heck yeah! If I don't like it, like I said, I gave a beer maybe somewhere. I think I gave a beer a low rating just at BJ's or one of the channel. I can't remember, but I think it was one of his channel or my channel. I put on a low rating, but I can't remember what it was now. But still,
I think I saw that episode with BJ. It was with BJ, I believe, and he kind of looked at you and nodded his head and went,
yeah, but I think I just if it doesn't taste delicious to me. I'm going to tell you how it is. I'm not going to bullshit you. It's not.
Hell yeah.
Nobody likes bullshit
Alex
unless you're making
bringing out
money
the
off
big
of
guns. No, you better watch out.
Oh no, it's just I like to tell my people.
He's poor, man. He means business.
I would like to tell my peeps, my friends, or my subscribers the truth of what I really feel. I'll tell you if this beer's not good. And this beer, as I said, is delicious. Tastes exactly like cooking. Don't want to repeat myself, but that's what it tastes like.
Nice.
I like it. It's perfect for me. I didn't give it 100, but it's still good. So I gave it, whatever. But yeah, appreciate you.
Thanks, Alex. Cheers.
Anytime, brother. Cheers. Let's drink Eric.
Well, beers do pretty good on my rating when they're really done well to style, but that's because I'm tasting it that way. And I'm tasting that the beers come on, camera. I'm tasting that the beer is holding up to my personal preferences really well. And then as I'm drinking it and I'm really enjoying the beer, I'm going, well, this obviously is coming across to me that this is really a good representation of that style. I get a lot of enjoyment when it's got a really good representation of the style, but I'm almost thinking about my overall enjoyment before necessarily I'm thinking about the style. But I'm sure we all think about the style, and I'm sure we've all said, including myself, that this seems a little bit off for the style. So when there's something really off, then I start to go, well, this doesn't seem right for this particular style. There's a reason why I'm not enjoying this for what it is. I can enjoy beers for what they are, including the adjunct beers, and I feel like almost adjunct beers in a way can kind of get a little bit of a skewed rating because anybody's trying to be really overly polite to those kind of beers, but they do have their own place and time, and I think they get really trashed on because they're not as crafty as what else we're drinking. So you can review things in the style, you can look at it that way, but I think a lot of us, including myself, primarily are looking at the enjoyment factor, and if we would recommend this beer to you based on I don't know what I thought of the beer. So a little bit of both, leaning towards the preference side of things.
Nice. Thank you, Eric.
Appreciate you, Eric.
There.
Here, drink a beer.
You're so appreciated, buddy.
Go.
All right. So for rating beers for me, definitely personal preference and style go into play. But I think it's when I look at a beer and I rate a beer, I think it kind of goes more towards what are they going for? Are they going for a beer that hits the style? Are they going for a beer that's more experimental and different? So I do look at that. So it's like, let's say, like, for example, like gimmicky beers. This beer is supposed to taste like sugar cookies or something, and it doesn't taste like sugar cookies, and I'm going to give it a bad rating. I'm going to say it doesn't taste like what they're going for. But some people will be like, yeah, this is the style of beer and it's supposed to taste like this style, then I kind of base my rating off of that. So it's definitely kind of what the brewery is going for with their label and their marketing and what they're telling you it is. So I kind of look at that for the most part as far as what I'm going to give the beer rating. And as far as style, I'm not really too opposed to any type of style, but that's not to say some styles I don't enjoy. But I would say, like, say if I was giving a rating, personally, I don't necessarily like this, so I'm gonna probably give it a little bit lower of a score. But if they're going towards what the beer is supposed to taste like, then I think they did a good job. So that's kind of just how I look at it. Like I said, it's for me, it's more going towards what they're shooting for. Are they shooting for this crazy, heavily fruited beer? I'm not gonna compare it to your typical beer like a German Pilsner. I'm not gonna compare a heavily fruited to a German Pilsner, you know. But if they're trying to make it this crazy, heavily fruited with all this lactose and all these adjuncts and all these different fruit smoothie flavors and stuff, I'll rate it based off of that. Now, that's not to say that just because I give a German Pilsner a 95 and a heavily fruited sour a 95 doesn't mean that it's the same rating. It's just kind of going towards what they're going for. You know what I mean? So it's definitely it's definitely something it gets a little confusing. But if you look at it in the brewer's perspective, where it's like, this is what we're creating, this is the product we're making, this is these are the customers that we're trying to attract. We want these customers that enjoy these flavors and this style or whatever this experimental style is. If they're enjoying it, then we're doing a good job. And if we're giving you some gimmicky beer that's got these fancy labels and it's got these cookies and all this other stuff on it and it doesn't taste like that, then I'm gonna be honest and say, hey, you guys kind of screwed me here. I'm thinking that this beer is gonna taste like apple pie and it doesn't taste like, you know what I mean? Just
very good points on that. Yeah.
But yeah, that's just kind of how I look at it. Because I have had not to throw names out there, but I've had like a couple pastryarchies where they're like, oh, this is gonna be this crazy experimental stout, and they're like, oh, it tastes like moon pie or something.
It tastes like peppermint elves.
Yeah, and it doesn't.
I can't taste the fucking elf at all.
Saying it is. So that's kind of what I look at. But yeah, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good job.
Even with some
be kind to
damage,
trees.
let's go. I'm not completely out of it, I guess.
Legendary BuMpY.
Do I look fuzzy to everybody else?
Yes, you do, brother.
What is up?
Fuzzy to me. Maybe it's because I hit my head.
No, he's fuzzy. Yeah, he's fuzzy.
I got beer goggles on.
Yeah, I didn't even get close to the camera. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to answer this question.
Put your camera.
So I do like what everybody's kind of throwing in a little bit here, a little bit there. So, like, yeah, when I do my 50-point inspection, what I'm basically looking at is I have gone through the multi Monday stuff. We have looked at styles and things. So I am kind of, into that. Like, what are the styles? Also being a home brewer for many years, trying to brew into certain styles, kind of come a little bit accustomed. I'm not perfect at all. I can't tell you exactly what every single style has in it. I can't tell you every single style what it should taste like, but I have gone through and I've tasted a lot of different styles because of home brewing and stuff like that. Wanting to know what the masses was of putting that out before brewing it type of deal. I am back. And then with it also being said, like what Tanner, just to touch up on what Tanner said, I mean, you got new styles out there too that aren't really, they're like so new, they're not really even really styles. They're just kind of like we're going to take this and we're going to do this to it and call it this. Eventually that's how a style becomes something. It's kind of like, the Webster dictionary where every year we're going to add this word to it because people have been using it as a slang word. Now it's part of our vocabulary. So I'll look at if I'm looking at like let's say like an American adjunct lager. I kind of know what to expect out of an American adjunct lager. but I am going to have my bias as far as which one is better, as far as to my palate. So if it's American Adjunct Lager and it's got a little bit more doughiness maybe than another American Adjunct, I might prefer it more. So some of my scoring when it comes down to like my overall stuff like that, maybe even the malt flavor score or stuff like that might bump up a bit higher than something else, like a Miller Lite versus a Coors Light. Coors Light basically tastes like water and piss. Miller Lite actually has a little bit of a bravado, a little bit of kind of a maltiness to it, and a little bit more hoppiness. So it will probably score higher based off that. But then like Alex's food, was it Alex's Food Friday? It was. I had a beer and it was called the German Pilsner, and it definitely didn't taste like a German Pilsner. It had biscuit malt definitely used in it. It was very biscuity. More like something like an English style like ESB or pale ale might have been, just had that kind of biscuity note to it. So just based off of what the style was, what I was thinking I was going to be drinking to what I actually consumed, even though I liked the biscuity flavors, it tasted fine. But from what they were calling it to what I was drinking, wasn't within style to me. So I dinged it points on that to score it, because it's like the biscuit notes really shouldn't be in a German Pilsner. Doughy, bready, crackery, stuff like that, but not like a Pillsbury Doughboy biscuit that your wife just cooked in the oven type flavor note. So things like that I'll ding. But yeah, personal preference does come down to within styles, kind of what's kind of, you can leeway out from a classic. If a classic's only this, then, I could definitely say, okay, I do prefer this a little bit more. I might score a little bit higher here and there on certain things. But I do try to stick to what I know about certain styles and keep it within that realm. So also what was touched upon was scoring between like there's some like New England IPAs or something. I might score lower than an American Adjunct Lager. Like I might give Pabst Blue Ribbon a 45 out of 50 because that's what it is for the style. That doesn't mean if I score like a New England IPA that I had like a 38, that the Pabst Blue Ribbon tastes better than that New England IPA overall to everybody. It's just within the style, and that's kind of where it lands. So yeah, some beers can score higher within a style versus another style.
Well said.
So that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. I'm sticking to it. And Dan's like looking up something now, so he's gonna try. Biscuits are definitely allowed in German Pilsner.
No, I'm promoting on IG.
Oh, hey. Oh, man, there's so many things to approach when scoring. You don't think about it when you're scoring off the spot, because you're kind of like, even in a review that you've edited, you're like, oh, I didn't think about that much. But afterwards, you start thinking about it. It's like distro, fucking age, everything can throw it off. And you got to think about the fact that this was fresh once. Don't knock it too hard, There's education involved. There's knowing the style, but that's aside from what you're actually tasting and actually feeling when you're taking down, getting that body, the mouthfeel, the flavors, everything. They mentioned something and it tastes like it. That's a big plus. If it's off flavored from what it is, obviously it goes down. It's really more of a feeling for me personally. Also knowing the style. Also understanding what's going on in that style and what I should get out of it. And then understanding that, like, hey, man, that thing made me happy. Like the last beer I just had, it was so good. 95, definitely. Not world class, but 95, definitely. Man, there's so many things that come to your mind when you think about this question. But it's just, it's like, if it makes you happy, why not give it, even how Alex scores his, as far as like getting that 95 or 100 or whatever the freaking hell it is, it made him happy. You scored it heavy. You know, it's nice. It's okay to be that way. But you also got to think about how it was made, the ingredients they used, the things that were done, the mouthfeel, the head. You know,
That's
how
what I
BuMpY
do.
does his
I
50
look for
point.
that.
But well, I'm just saying, off the spur of the moment,
I get you.
you're not always looking for that stuff. You're just going, "Oh, this is good." You know, not you, just me, anyone.
Anybody in
And,
general. I get
and,
you.
and it's like it's a generalized feeling. And but if you really get into it, you can really dig it out, and you can really go, okay, you know, like the 50-point inspection's freaking brilliant. It's awesome. It's like BJCP straight up judge, like we're getting it. But then if you go spur of the moment, like bam, boom, bang, you know, I'm drinking this, it's good, I like it, it makes me feel good. Not about the alcohol, I'm talking about the flavor, the mouthfeel, the finish, the body, the flavors that go into it. Are they doing it at the right time? Are they putting the hops in at the right time? Did it go perfectly? Did it work well? Did their dry hops work well? Did their hops work well together? Did their malts work well together? That was delicious. Like this one right here, totally oxidized, totally old and shitty, but it looks great. You know, it looks great to the eye, but it's not good to me.
It's not good for the palate. It's good for the eye.
It's not good for anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is terrible. But no, that's kind of, it's more of a spur of the moment thing when it comes to live or just like trying to get stuff spit out real quick. A lot of times you're bullshit and stuff. You're like, that tastes like cotton candy. And then you think about it after, you're like, no, it actually tasted like pear and melon and orange and pineapple. And holy shit, the yeast really came out. And as it warmed up in my hand, holy crap. You know, and you're going off all these freaking feelings. And that's where I think the scoring comes in on my thing is this feeling, you know, besides the style. So
let's say beer, man. I do the same thing. I go by the palate, the taste, the flavor. I try my best on it. I enjoy the crap out of it. Thanks to you guys. I appreciate it.
You gotta enjoy it. You know, that's what makes you like it. And if it's fresh, it's even better, especially in an IPA or a hop dependent beer.
What's the I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off on that, but what is the date on that can?
I don't even know, but this is like a month and a half, and it's already kind of pushing 2, so it's really starting to break down. They didn't do well. But cheers. Yeah, that's all I have.
Cheers.
Nice question.
Yeah, it was a nice question from this guy who's going to answer his own question now.
All right, let's drink.
How do you and Mike rate the beers? Does Mike just wait until you give it a rating?
Oh, Buster!
No.
Nope.
Speaking of oxidized, look at that sound good. That's supposed to be an India Pale
equilibrium.
Kolsch.
Wow.
And India Kolsch? Oh, wow.
India Pale Kolsch.
Never.
That's the one you were talking about, I think, right?
He was talking about hop butcher, I believe.
Yeah, how do you rate that style? That's not even a real style.
So, I guess before we started the channel, I would say, I always rated beer to preference. Whether or not I enjoyed the beer or whatever. After we started the channel and like we started getting subscribers and stuff, and I guess it kind of hit me and Mike that like there are probably people that maybe tune into our channel based off of they Google review a brewery, and we fall into the videos tab, and people are like, oh, what's this video or whatever. We've definitely ran into that where people just tune into us. They found us somewhere. And I was like, man, maybe we should give 2 different ratings sometimes. What I mean by that is there's people that tune in that are like, oh, I'm curious about this style of beer. I typed in Goza on Google and it popped up one of our videos because we did a Goza. Like, it wouldn't be fair to the people that maybe watch our videos and want to learn more about the beer for us to like rate the Goza a 1 because we hate Gozas. Like, you know what I mean? So for us, and for me in particular, I can't really speak on Mike's behalf too much. I try and rate it stylistically of how it is for the style and what I know of that style, and then I give it a preference. Like for instance, we rated a vanilla cake cream ale. It was sweet. I don't particularly like sweet beers, but stylistically, man, they nailed it out of the park. And if you're looking for that and that's your cup of tea, hey, I recommend this beer 100% of the day. Now, personally, would I buy it again? No. Would I want to drink it again? No. It just doesn't fit my cup of tea. But stylistically, it's right there where it should be. So yeah, that's what I kind of do. Just kind of, if it's a borderline beer where I feel like it needs that justification, I will do it. I'm not trying to justify like a bad beer, because I will straight up say stylistically, hey, this is a bad beer. Like, you should not waste your money on this. You should not buy it. Like, I will give it a poor rating.
Oh yeah. Like I'll add like even like the beer mail aspect.
Right.
Would you genuinely send this to somebody else and think it would intrigue them? Or
right?
I mean, you always got to slip in those weird ones every once in a while just to keep everybody on.
I can't remember if we released it yet, but there was a Hoppicher stout where straight up I was just like, dude, personal preference, I give it like a 2.75. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
So Dan, so I do watch whiskey reviewers, and they do say all the time, they're like, if you're someone that has a similar flavor palette as us, and you enjoy the flavors that we enjoy, then you might like this. But if our flavor palette and what we enjoy isn't necessarily your range of flavor, go watch other videos of other people watching it. Right. So they do say that a lot, which makes a lot of sense, because it's like, if I'm a New England IPA guy and I hate Westies, you know, you might want to watch someone who's more of a bigger fan of Westies if you like Westies. So you might get a better response. You might get flavor notes out of it, you know?
Like, I'm not picking on any channel, but I'll take like a Ridgeopolis, for example, right? Everyone knows it's no secret that Ridgeopolis enjoys a hazy IPA. Yeah. Loves hazy IPAs. Mm-hmm. He's not a big fan of, like, let's say Pilsners or lagers or whatever.
He has done the stouts though.
He does do that. But if I'm just a stranger watching, like, let's say Ridge's channel, and he has a lager from, I don't know, Hoppicher, and he's like, I give it a 3. It's, you know, would I buy it? No, whatever. Like, that's a turnoff for me, because I'm like, oh, that must be a really shitty beer. But the minute Ridge says, I'm not a fan of this style, if you're a fan of the style, you'll probably really like it. That gives me validation to say, okay, if I see that on shelves, I'll buy it. You know what I mean? But I feel like there's channels maybe or beer reviewers that don't take the time out to say that or add that part. And it could probably leave someone that doesn't know what's what in kind of a hole of they watched the guy review this beer and this guy said it was crap. So I saw it on shelves. I'm not going to buy it. This guy said it's not worth my time. I almost feel a duty to fulfill in that aspect.
Yes, I agree. You must know your styles.
There's a couple of videos I've said, hey, if you don't like this style, it might not be for you, but at least you'll get to try it on your own time.
Dude, and the crazy thing is, like, to me and Mike, we're just a couple of dudes sharing a beer, kind of talking about the beer a little bit, kind of shooting the breeze a little bit, and kind of just having a laugh, and maybe we're entertaining, and we hope we're entertaining. And we're never claiming to be like professionals or cicerones or anything of that nature. But some people, they'll take what you say to gospel. You know what I mean? They really respect what you say. So that's something to keep in mind.
Sure. Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy how YouTube works.
Well, thank you, Dan.
Appreciate you, Dan.
I want to appreciate Dan for this is your first new brew.
I believe so. Legendary Dan was
probably my last.
I appreciate your honesty.
Dan again.
No, it's in my work schedule. Today's an off.
All right. I just want to make sure.
We'll see.
We'll see. I have a feeling you'll be back again. I know you'll be back on my Thursday stuff, but I know you'll be back.
Thank you for bringing up a question tonight, whether you meant it or not. You did. So this is what New Brew is all about. If you're ever interested in actually watching a rerun or whatever, or you're bored at work, you fired everybody and you got nothing to do. I don't know. But
Alex,
at this point, if we at random, it doesn't matter. We could do it in order. Dan can go. We just go through it all. If everybody just wants to give a little personal plug, shout out to any other channels that they so well wish, now's the time to do it, and we'll just get the show wrapped up and done with.
You also want to do shout outs for your own shows too, Legendary Bumpy too.
Well, that's what a promo is.
I'll tell you what. Let me start the shout outs because I don't have many, and we'll just get this wrapped up. I feel like I've taken so much time on this episode already. So my quick shout outs to my co-host Mike. Forever love you. I can't do the heart. Can I do the heart?
He likes the fingers.
Shout out to Pinhead Larry.
I listen, I got to make my love for Mike seem real. So
Mike is
everyone
cool.
buys in. Wink, wink. AKA that piece of trash.
Hey, Mike, I hope you're hearing that. Spellbuster.
With every shout out, I will forever shout out Joe from the Beer Patrol. If you've not watched his channel, you're probably living under a rock if you're into beer tube. I'd like to shout out.
He's your cousin.
He is. I'd like to shout out Kyle over at No Hype Beer Reviews. Sean and Mike over at Nerd Sense. In about a month's time from now, we'll be doing Beer Tuber Palooza. And that is open to a bunch of people off air if anyone's interested in attending in Albany at some point. We will figure something out. I'd like to shout out everyone on the panel. They have live streams throughout the week. From what I understand, I'm mainly working during those times, but definitely Thursday nights, Alex and friends. And that's it.
Nice.
And you every now and then catch the legendary Dan there on Thursday nights.
Well, shit, I'll go. We're in a loop here, you know. Tuesday, open table for beer and cheese, 8 o'clock Eastern. Bring it.
Yes.
Just bring whatever you want. I don't care.
Free to roll.
Wednesday will be a Beavis and Butthead theme at 6 o'clock. So I didn't have a good time finding that one. So I'm just going to bring anything cartoony. So that works. And got some ingredients, man. I got ingredients for a couple batches, and I'm waiting for it in the mail, and I'm going to start brewing here soon. So I'll look for that.
Right. If you need some encouragement, let me know.
Oh, I'm definitely I'm going to need it. I'm scared, kind of. Just learning this system. So
text me during your day when you're planning on doing it.
I may go live. I don't know. We'll just see. It might be a fun one.
Open up a beer, drink it.
Yeah.
And start.
I mean, it's no different than what I did like 6 years ago. It's just been a while, you know, so I gotta like figure it out. But I did do a couple recipes on a podcast that I put up, and just picked some hops today. That was freaking awesome. I got a lot more to pick. That should get me through the year, I think. Like pounds I'm talking about here. They're huge, like big old gnarly ones. But a few people real quick, man. We're going late here. Dickie's Beer Reviews, man. Check him out. Awesome dude. I just like him. He's such a nice dude. And Don drinks beers, what he calls himself now. Cheers, my dears. He's from Scotland. Check him out. Don's Beer Reviews and Beer Hound's Beer Reviews. I really like Bill as well. He's a good dude. So, just to promote other people in our community. So, cheers.
Cheers. Thanks, Beerman.
Yeah.
Cheers, man.
Thank you, BuMpy.
And me, Food Fridays. This week we're going to be doing pretzel filled peanut butter filled pretzels. Around 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And as the legendary Dan has said, we're going to be doing Alex and Friends on Thursdays. That will be between 10 o'clock, 10:30, unless I end up hanging out with my brother. which will be, and then it'll be around 11 o'clock, 11:30, hoping that stuff will be done and I can get back to 10:30 or 10 o'clock because it's just easier for people. But either way, people still join. But either way, I'd like for it to go back to the way it was when I started. When I first started, it was 11:30, but I was trying to go. I was trying to go back to 10 o'clock, 10:30 because I think that's more fun. But yeah, you get with Brian, Andrew, and
You
everybody.
can always have Dan and friends go live, and then you can just join that.
True that. I can have him go. I can have him go live on my channel. Oh yeah, it'd be easier. Oh yeah.
You use the word "my" so liberally.
But no, that's what we're doing on that. So stay tuned for that, and then I'll let the legendary Eric say what he has to say, and then I'll do that. But beyond that, don't forget Rick Jopwis, John and Nelly, all of our peeps.
John
That's all I'm
Terrio.
gonna say. Cheers.
Rick.
John Terrio?
Yeah, I feel.
Ron Terrio, whatever. Yeah, Ron Terrio.
Ron J. Terrio.
John J. Ron J.
Go ahead, legendary Eric.
50.
So yeah, most of the time, every Wednesday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time should be the Massachusetts Reviews channel of YouTube, and it's a wild card theme, Wild Card Wednesday every week, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, as long as I'm available and can do programs. Otherwise, check out Alex the Beer Master's Wild Card Wednesday this Wednesday. And the band is practicing that I play in, so we got to do Wednesday with Alex instead. So that show is bring a beer, wine, or a spirit, any adult beverage really, and have some fun. And don't be a douche. No, don't be a douche. Don't talk over people. Don't interrupt. Don't be a drunken mess. That's all. That is all. And then I shout out Bourbon Bounty as usual. He does a Thursday night program and usually talks some whiskey and usually has a raffle or a giveaway or of some kind. So if you're in the chat, you can get entered in to win a sample of some whiskey or merch or whatever he's got going on. So cheers and subscribe. Everybody here's got a YouTube channel. Just hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when they're live and get them all the subscriptions they need. And cheers.
Cheers, Eric.
Real quick correction: I have 2 YouTube channels. Just one is called Alex the Beer Master.
Keep it up. Keep it up, Dan. Appreciate you.
Fucked up, Alex.
This is when he knew he fucked up.
Shout outs for me. You can go check out my my Pocky one chip challenge that I did. Been kind of on hiatus lately.
Did you get a blue tongue?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Spicy blue tongue.
Nice.
Yep. Other than that, I've been thinking about maybe doing another episode of Inebriated Thoughts. I thought that was a really good show. Got some good feedback.
Yeah, I
I'm trying to take some notes on things.
I was inebriated during that show. What
Get
happened?
get some more good bulletin points to hit on. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. You know, it's come on, guys. We do beer reviews, right?
Yes.
So it's nice to still talk about beer and not be like, well, this is just another like a review show.
Right.
Mhm.
It's good. It's more of learning your beer reviewer kind of. We're expressing our own thoughts and feelings on certain categories, and we're pretty much that way on the back end. But it's cool for even the chat to know subscribers. I think it's great. Yeah, that I was getting. But yeah, Thursdays at 9. Typically, Leprechaun TV does the hot seat. Barbecue banner interviews, restaurant stories. Shit, he was live from the race, the drag strip the other day, which was cool to watch. Yeah, John and Ellie, Thrash Life, all the usual suspects. Good guys. Cheers.
Definitely. Cheers.
Cheers.
There's so many people. I mean, I just
I know.
Oh yeah.
everybody.
Legendary.
It's hard.
All right. Tanner.
Legendary
All
Tanner.
right. So shout out
Tanner
to
the bruised banana.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Look out for those tree branches.
Watch out for that tree.
Watch out for that tree. All right. Yeah. So, promos for me. I know it's a little last minute, but I would like to do, instead of doing the brew review this week, Wednesday, we're gonna do first episode of Beer Brawls. So if you can't make it, because like I said, I know it's last minute, but it's a new show that I would like to start doing every once in a while. So it's basically gonna consist of getting two beers that are similar in style or the same style, and just comparing them. So it's going to start off presenting what you got, and then we'll go full panel and pretty much just say, all right, this beer has a little bit more something that I like, and this beer is kind of lacking, blah, 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 kind of, vice versa. You can do any style you want. So yeah, Beer Brawls, 9 p.m. Wednesday, Eastern time. And then Saturday, I do my Rate That Beer. And I also have another show, maybe next couple of weeks or something I would like to do. It's going to be a Spirit Showdown. Where you can grab, you don't have to grab a bottle. You can grab some nips or something and pretty much compare different styles of liquor. So you could do like a bourbon versus a bourbon, gin versus a gin, tequila versus a tequila, whatever you want to do. Like I said, that one might be within the next couple of weeks because Spirit Showdown,
Did you say that was going to be on Wednesday or on Saturday?
Oh, no. Wednesday's going to be the Beer Brawls.
Yeah.
And then the Spirit Showdown is going to be sometime within the next month or so.
Wednesday, perfect.
On Wednesday still?
Wednesday's going to be Beer Brawl.
Just Beer Brawl.
Hey,
Yeah.
Legendary.
So the showdown for the Spirits is going to be on Saturday then?
No. I was saying that's another show that I'm thinking of.
Oh,
It's
okay.
still gonna be on Wednesdays, Legendary.
I'm just thinking, like, if I'm gonna be drinking spirits on Saturday night, that's
Yeah. It'll probably be another Wednesday show that alternates. Saturday's still gonna be my Rate That Beer, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Bring whatever beer you want. It's pretty much just open panel, live beer community beer reviews. But yeah, I have a lot of different ideas. Sometimes I do Will It Mix, brew reviews.
Legendary Tanner, should I have to mix this beer or just get a stout and just drink it?
Yeah. Grab some singles. So for Beer Brawl, grab some singles.
All right.
Grab a couple singles. Go somewhere you can find some singles. If you want to do two different stouts, maybe.
Yeah, I can get another stout. I already have one stout. Just have to get another one.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's all your interpretation. I'm not going to tell you, oh, you got one stout that has a pumpkin, and then you got a regular stout. You kind of compare them. Whatever you want to do, it's kind of cool. And yeah, hopefully it's fun and just something different. And like I said, it's not going to be like each panel member sits there and does these comparisons for 20 minutes. We're just going to present what we got, and then we'll go full panel, and everybody can just kind of talk about what they have.
I'm sloshed.
I've been hanging out with Tanner's live stream for a while.
But shout out to other people. A couple people I want to shout out. I'm going to shout out Jean H. Pierre once again. He's close to that 1,000 mark. Go leave him some subs. Beverage Ramble. Help him hit that number. And also go check out Super OG. He's been going live. He does like some chugs. And he just kind of kicks it. And he does some other like story film like videos. Great dude from Canada. He's really fun to watch. Very entertaining. He's got some good informative videos as well. So yeah, go check those guys out. And yeah, looking forward to try some new shows out because I don't want to keep doing the same thing. And, brewery reviews, I do enjoy doing them, but
you'll be getting back to doing your whiskey soon, Legendary.
Yeah. Well, as far as like the brewery reviews and stuff, it's very hard to get a lot of people on there because we're all over the state.
I'm always on there, as you know.
So it's something that'll kind of make it easier for everybody to join if they would like to. So, but yeah, cheers, guys.
Awesome.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks, Legendary Tanner.
Yeah, and I will say, Tanner, as I've gone through a few live streams, and that's kind of like what it is. Like you start up a show, you kind of have some ideas, and sometimes it goes for a while, and it's kind of like, it's not really working for me anymore. I think I can do better, and that's kind of a lot of like how my shows have kind of changed and stuff. I'm just kind of like I wanted to do something different,
Yeah.
So,
That's
the
why I do
Multi
that.
Monday thing, I think. Excellent. So I'll bring that up first thing. Next week on Monday, instead of New Brew, we're going to bring back another Multi Monday, one of the ones that we missed. And we're doing the English mild. Now, that can be an English dark mild.
Good.
So for those of you that already have one, I'm just doing this because I don't want the ones that do have them to get too old to where they don't enjoy drinking it. And it gives you another week to look for if you can find one. An English mild, it can be a dark mild, whatever. As long as it's an English mild. It's going to be a Multi Monday revisit for next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern time on my channel, Brew. Than that, I have my 50-point inspection videos. I put them out Wednesdays and Fridays, so look out for those. Right now, Fridays are my special FLX 50-point inspections until they run out. So Wednesday will be just one that I randomly did, and then Friday will be a beer from FLX from the beer mail that they sent me. So yeah, just keep an eye out and enjoy. I'm working on shortening my videos. It's something that I didn't have in mind when I realized, holy crap, I am doing videos that are reaching almost 20 minutes and nobody wants to sit through that shit. But then when I did realize it, now I'm like really focusing on trying to make my videos. I'm keeping it conscious in my mind. Sometimes I forget what the hell I'm doing, and I'll repeat myself over and over again. I want to try to clean that up, stop repeating myself, and also I'm not gonna do that thing where I just fast forward through me writing shit down anymore, of me doing my score and stuff. Even though sometimes funny stuff would happen during that, if you catch it, if you slow it down, you might see something weird happen, like me killing a wasp that came in through my door. Things like that happen, but yeah, that will cut out a few minutes, anyways. I think everybody else kind of shouted at everybody's stuff out for the most part. We're all a pretty tight niche group. We do spread out a little bit here and there, but yeah. Cheers! I just want to thank the chat. You guys were awesome. Good chat tonight. Appreciate Paul sticking it out. Sorry to Lep TV, who made probably a fantastic Mexican pizza. Now, here's the thing, Lep. The wife really wants me to get a Blackstone, so I probably will get one in the near future. So I will have to definitely go back and watch a lot of the videos of stuff that you've done, because I can only cook things based off of me like watching videos and reading stuff ridiculously like over and over again. I'm not just like a natural like, oh yeah, I can do this, I can do that. It's gonna be like I've got to read stuff and watch videos, or I can just talk to miscellaneous. And send me a recipe. Tell me the temperatures. What's an approximate time that I should be looking for this?
And there's always GOOGLE too.
So it's yeah, we'll see. But yeah, rain on your parade. Cheers to you. I haven't seen you in my chat for a while, so I'm glad that you showed up again. I know that you watch a lot of the Beer Patrol because I see your comments all the time on Joe's channel. Cheers, and Paul as well. Like I said, thank you for watching, staying around. There was Cheryl Crawford. I saw her in here. Mike was here for a second. So cheers to Mike. He's probably sleeping. He's going to have a good day at work tomorrow. Dan's going to have a horrible day.
He's working.
Oh,
Paul's cruel.
Oh, he's still working. Oh, okay. So take that, Mike. Dan's at home enjoying beer, and you're working.
Jeez.
Cheers.
jeez.
That's tough.
As well. And anybody else that I may have missed, thank you all. And cheers to my awesome panel tonight. I want to say thank you for joining so much, Dan from FLX Beer Reviews. He's the other half of FLX Beer Reviews.
Oh, I like that. I love that double entendre right there. Fucking love it.
You got Beer Man,
Cheers, man. All right.
Alex the Beer Master,
Cheers.
Thomas Metal 75. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Miscellaneous Brew Reviews.
That was
Cheers to you.
classic BuMpY.
Thank you for being here all the time as well. East Coast LQ Reviews.
Cheers.
Myself, Bumpy Road. And hey, it wouldn't be an ending to one of these shows without Dan signing us out.
That's
Dan from
right.
FLX Beer Reviews. Go ahead, sign
So,
us
as
out.
the new owner
Oh,
of a brand new YouTube channel, I'm Dan, the Beer Master, and we're signing out.